Hi everyone, in today's video I am coloring a page from my friend's coloring book because we love a supportive friend. I asked in my unboxing video which picture I should color, and Holly suggested I color Comforts, where we got the fish people by their fireplace. I think that's a great idea. I love that they are just doing normal people things, but yet here we got, I'm assuming this is the lady, maybe it's the son. I feel like this is the wife and this is the husband. Honestly, they look like they just came back from fishing. It's cold winter outside. Here we're in their little cottage. That's probably some sort of relative. And you know, they're just enjoying some fish by the fireplace. She's missing an arm, not sure what happened to her. But I have this very old Crayola, it's a couple years old at least, kit, I guess. And once upon a time, my friend got this for me because obviously I'm a giant kid. Without further ado, let's start coloring. I haven't colored in forever, so don't judge me. Luckily, coloring is definitely one of those things where there is no rules or standards. You just pick up a pen or a marker or a crayon and just go wherever your creative being brings you. So this should be pretty fun. Honestly, I think the last time I colored was probably with my niece, and it's funny how as a kid, I remember coloring all the time, like whether it was freehand, whether it was in coloring books, even with chalk. Art, for whatever reason, has always been one of my enjoyments in life. Actually, as a kid, I used to watch this one show called Pappyland. If any of you know it, please comment down below. I love Pappyland, or at least I used to. I have to go back and watch it. You know those things that you love as a kid and you watch back as an adult and you're like, oh, should have left that in the past. I think if I went back and watched it, I'd still like it, but that's besides the point. If I could, like as a kid, I would watch it every single day it was on. The basic gist of the show is that there was this like grandpa aged man, and I say grandpa, but now that I'm older, I might look back at it and he probably was in his 40s, so I apologize in advance. But kids' perceptions of age is totally warped, and because my memory is from when I was a kid, ipso facto, you know. Anyway, he lived in this cabin and the whole place was magical. I feel like there was like a talking tree. I remember this little miniature man who sat in a rocking chair and he was always complaining. There was a paintbrush that even talked. You get the idea. But Pappy would take you on this adventure with him, and at some point in the show, he would always sit down and draw, and you would just literally watch this guy draw, and he would explain to you step by step what he's doing and why he's doing it, and he would actively teach you the technique so you could follow along and make the same drawing as him, but at home. Then you could send in your completed drawings to the address that they would put on the screen at the end of the show, because with the credits, they would always show children's drawings that previously got sent in, but they would only pick like a handful. I think I sent in some, but I never did see mine at the end credits, which also has me thinking, I don't know if I was maybe watching repeats and just sending it into a show that no longer existed, or if I just never got picked. Either way, I'm gonna toot my own horn because I know my drawings were good, so I'm kind of disappointed. I never did see them on it, but it's okay. I forgive you, Pappy. Regardless, though, I do think Pappyland was a big reason why I got into art as much as I did. And I kid you not, I was thinking about it the other day, so I did do a little deep dive on the internet just to see whatever happened to Pappy. It turns out he is still very much alive and kicking. I think for the show, maybe they just dusted his hair with like white gray coloring, or it was a wig. They made him look older in the show, but he was actually a young guy at the time, because nowadays I would politely consider him as elderly. So funny enough, he has a TikTok, and apparently he has a website with memorabilia for purchase, and there was a coloring book, and I was like, sweet. And I looked, guys, it was like $28, and I just can't justify that price point. As much as I loved the show as a kid, I think I'd rather just go back and watch an episode and draw with him for free. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if you've never seen Pappyland, go look it up. I'm pretty sure YouTube has free episodes. Just watch one, draw along with him. I promise it's fantastical. Also, I want to mention, while I'm coloring, I do end up at the end of the video off camera going back and adding more colors on top of what you're currently seeing being done, just to kind of blend things in and also kind of make custom colors. You'll see at the end when it all comes together. Like the brown, I go back and add a little bit of green and kind of gray because I want it more mucky looking. I just envision this couple not living in the best conditions, kind of like that one show, The Oblongs. Like, I just envision these fish people living in like a radioactive area where it's like gray and polluted, and they're just kind of making the most of the life that was given to them. And now let's look at the finished product. I had so much fun coloring this. I love the way it turned out. I love its dark and creepiness and cuteness all together. Let me know what you guys think. As always, thank you for hanging out with me today. If you want, feel free to like and subscribe. And until next time, bye friends.